Hey guys, I turned old recently. Um, that's how this is going. I'm paying for my own health insurance. I am making funeral arrangements. Um, it's fine. And I retrieved Archie from my parents. He was there for the weekend. Say hi to the people. Say hi. Say, say hi. It's kind of sad. The filter cuts out his howls. When he howls, I have to set it to, like, I have an entirely different one, probably not on this one anymore, but I used to have an entire other, like, stream setup with, like, different audio filters and everything, solely so people could hear him. Um, which might have been a little over the top, but I regret nothing, so, you know? Um, also, it's now telling me that the stream's bitrate is too low, which I can't really tell if it actually is. So let me take a look over on the video end here. I actually don't know how to adjust bitrate, to be perfectly honest with you. Like, bitrate. Where is it? It's in output, maybe?
Nobody know, Aiden. Nobody know.
It says the bitrate is, like, locked at 6,000. I've never had this kind of a thing before, but weird. Well, anyway. So I came across this today. Navy SEAL community ejects Mr. Ballin. I had to know what that was about, so we're gonna start with this. I haven't watched it yet. I have no idea what's in this video. But we're gonna take a look at that. Tonight's stream is gonna go until about 9 p.m. Also, I had a very interesting conversation with Twitch today. So I'm not gonna say much beyond that, but they made some interesting points about why they might like me back. That would not necessarily mean this channel would cease to exist. In fact, quite the contrary. Just the streaming schedule might be a little bit different and we might change some things around, but I would give you guys plenty of notice on that so that we could all make sure we're in the right place. Also, if I pull the audience and it's like you guys aren't going to watch on Twitch, then I'm just not going to switch because the discoverability is better on YouTube. But they made a very interesting, they might be making an interesting offer. So in that case, there might be some changes coming up, or it might be that I stream on Twitch some nights and on YouTube others, or I might stream on Twitch during the day and YouTube at night. I don't really know yet, but we're going to figure it out. Anyway, tonight we're going to be looking at this video first. This is a quick 10-minute one, but I'm just curious. You know, Mr. Ballin was obviously somebody who was instrumental to our early success, to getting us from, I think he took us from like 15,000 to 25,000 subscribers in like a day just by appearing and doing an episode of the show. So, you know, I want to see what this is about because I'm curious and because I've had many private conversations with the guy. I like him. I think he's a good dude. So I just kind of wanted to see where this was going. You have me at 14. Yeah, I should. My bitrate, I would assume, would be fine. Also, thank you guys. Why am I pulling at your heartstrings, Kellen? I'm not. Don't worry. There's no official changes yet. Also, it's kind of cool. My gaming stuff would definitely stay over here. They made some interesting points about music, is all. But no, don't worry. Oh, is that you were saying 26 not close to old? Okay, I thought you were talking about the Twitch thing. No, I'm not moving anywhere quite yet. But we'll see how things go. Also, right now my Twitch or my not my Twitch, my YouTube like chat and Streamlabs is being all weird. Anyway, I feel like my head is lower than usual too.
Your head is large and unusual.
You're large and unusual.
That's me!
Oh, come on. Oh, come on.
You can't say that to me. That's mean. That is oppression and discriminatory and rude.
They're gonna accuse you of being like a leftist if you're not careful.
Maybe I am.
Fed.
Fuck off.
I love you.
No,
Yes, I do.
you called me large and unusual.
You called me large and
I said
unusual.
your head.
Okay,
And
fine.
I'm repeating what you said.
Well, your butt's large. In a good way. In a good way. I was complimenting you.
Thanks.
Yeah. Don't you guys love getting to witness the family drama? Huh? But yeah. So that's the thing. That's the only thing about if I were to take this specific deal, I would have to stream primarily on Twitch. I could do part of the stream on YouTube, but it would have to be majority on Twitch. So yeah, I'm still, like I said, this was a conversation we just had today. I like being transparent with my audience. That's why I'm letting you know I had that conversation, because you guys did follow me from YouTube to Twitch and then from Twitch to YouTube. So I'm not sure how everything would work out. I am waiting to hear the offer, and I'm thinking about it. I'll be honest with you guys. The biggest reason I'm thinking about it is that I got some hefty student loans to pay off, and guaranteed money would be nice. At the same time, if I ask you guys and you're like, absolutely not, do not go to Twitch, you are my audience. I'm going to go where you guys want me. So that's how I'm netting out. They go W Riz.
I know. They also said weirdest know you. I think I've witnessed.
Weirdest know you. All right. Well, let's get down into the brass tacks of the YouTube drama about Mr. Ballin that's apparently going on.
Quick, though, where's our food? Can I just have your phones?
It is about to be here.
Should I walk
If you walk down now, you would probably intercept it.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know. I know many of you are probably not from Wawa country, and for that, I apologize to you. We're trying to go nationwide, but the hostile takeover of Sheetz is currently a bit of a roadblock. I know your parents are in Sheetz country, and we will conquer them soon. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They will either convert or die.
Sheetz has French fries all day long now.
So does Wawa
No,
now.
it doesn't.
You're right. It's only after 4 p.m.
Uh-huh.
Okay, who's eating French fries at 11 a.m.? What kind of, heretic?
POV, you've been on the road since 8 a.m. You've already eaten breakfast and your coffee, and you would like a nice little wrap sandwich with some French fries.
Okay. All right. Fair. Fair. Fair.
Wawa is superior. I'm not committing blasphemy. However, Sheetz does have some good points that Wawa could learn from.
I will admit that it would be nice if Wawa's hot dogs were a little bit better. I like that Sheetz has 50-cent hot dogs. That got me through college. I would be out at the bars late at night, and I would come home, and if I had no money for the halal cart, I would go to Sheetz. I miss the halal cart, though. Amanda, on the way to Pittsburgh, can we stop at State College and go to halal cart?
State College is not on the way to Pittsburgh.
It's in the same general direction of west.
Leave at 7 instead of 8.
No.
We can stop on the way home.
Yeah, it actually would be quite a drive.
Yeah.
That would be like a 6-hour drive instead of a 4-hour. Probably not great.
We'll go to Penn State somewhere else.
We do have to go to Penn State, although we can't go to any football games until they fire James Franklin. Oh my God. He needs to go, people. He needs to go. Look, I know it. You know it. Everybody knows it. James Franklin can't call plays. Thinks he can recruit. He can only get running backs. You know, that's how I feel. Listen, Michigan and Ohio State are taking the top 1% of the quarterbacks.
all SEALs that are pretty public right now are facing some level of hate from the actual active duty community.
Is that a community, if you're facing hate from the community you think you're a part of? Is that a community that you want to belong to? No, I don't think it's a community. Welcome back.
Duty community, special operations, soldiers, warriors, whatever, like they are notoriously not willing to promote themselves now. And it almost
SEALs seem like they're
Fiery Iris, are you suggesting that I commit terror attacks against Sheetz? Also, have you been to Altoona? I have. I don't want to go back. It was very depressing. A very depressing place to be.
they're pretty good at it. It's like a running meme. Join the SEAL teams to write a book, right? I mean, I'm not a SEAL, don't get me wrong, but I thought even SEALs laughed about that. And I got this idea. I'm going to thank Nikki. He did a video on it. Check his channel out. I'll put the link in the description.
And so I began using social media to tell stories about either specifically members of these units, I'd get the permission and I would
All right, so he's telling generally, I suspect, flattering stories about the unit, the missions.
He did. All of Mr. Ballin's early content that I saw when it was about the military was extraordinarily positive. At least about the individuals, you know. There might be circumstances where maybe it sounded like he wasn't super jazzed about the mission, but the individual people that were involved, he was always extraordinarily respectful.
Just like a voiceover guy for the History Channel would do. No one would care. Gunnery Sergeant Hartman, right, would do it. No one cared. But he does it, and somehow or the other, the community shits on him. And we're going to get to more of that, but is that a community you want to be a part of? Community that dunks on you the first chance to get because you're successful. Anybody
I did not know that Cal Penn taught at Penn State University, but that's appropriate.
successful, people below who are jealous are going to take shots at you because it's always a D measuring contest, right? His D wasn't big enough. He only did 2 tours. The guy did.
Did you see you want Dr. Peterson admonishing you for wishing that coach to be fired? Now listen. You need to go to the football field, and you need to defeat the serpent and save your father. It's very important. The woke left wants to take football away from Penn State fans by keeping terrible coaches employed, and we simply can't allow it.
10 should speak on. No, the guy to 15 should speak on it.
a kind of watered down deployment story where there's some sort of like, you know, takeaway that shows that they're a great leader or something. I ended up not so much posting about how to drive attention to the charity, but more like how to build my own personal brand as like a Navy SEAL, like a former.
Can you blame the guy for promoting what he did? He put the time in. He was a SEAL. A lot of these guys, look at Dan Crenshaw. He got elected being a vet bro, a Navy SEAL. He brought in other Navy SEALs to say how good he was. He's elected to Congress. I mean, there's nothing for vets. It's a different story, but I guess you can't do that.
Navy SEAL, and I like broke the I committed a cardinal sin in the SEAL community, which is like aggressive self-promotion, like above and beyond just trying to get a job.
Guy earned the Trident. He's trying to make a living, right? His whole shtick, his whole brand is, at the time, I was a Navy SEAL, and I'm telling some stories about it. I'm sure they're all good stories about other people he served with, his stories. Somebody's going to tell the story. Yeah, I guess he can't do it because he served, but you can have somebody on CNN do a documentary on it, or Vice News do a doc.
Listen, I was trying to do the Peterson. Thornbury's better at the Peterson than I am. Okay, but anyway, I was just more curious what this is about, and it seems like it is what I was expecting, which is that the SEAL community is not a huge fan of what they see as self-promotion using your SEAL experience. At the same time, I mean, you look at, I think it was Marcus Luttrell was the lone survivor guy. Like, I think that a lot of these guys who make it out and had these really incredible experiences. And I remember one video was like Mr. Ballin explaining the time he almost died. I mean, I can understand where people might be coming from, that, it's not the mission. At the same time, Black Hawk Down, Lone Survivor, a number of other, movies that I saw as a young man made me want to join the military because I was looking up to those guys. I tried to join the military. I enlisted. I took the oath. I was assigned to a unit, had a basic training ship date, and then I was medically separated. So, if it weren't for movies like that and for stories like that, I don't know that I ever would have had the urge to join. Of course, now my opinions on the military have shifted to an extent. I still have utmost respect for our combat troops and those who put their lives on the line in service of the mission of defending the United States and defending freedom abroad. At the same time, I don't necessarily trust the military leadership. And I think that we often send young men to die for pointless causes. And I know that a lot of people who did go overseas don't want to think that their friends died for pointless causes, that they had to do horrible things for pointless causes. But it does seem like it's, I think that it's, as somebody with a platform, I do think it's important to express that, we need to have respect for the people who put their lives on the line. At the same time, having respect for those people means calling out the government when they have, in fact, unnecessarily sacrificed young men. So, but I'm not gonna get too deep into the politics stuff because that's not what this channel is about. You can see me on other people's political shows if you're curious. But yeah, I think say SEALs who go out and tell their stories tend to release names of people who are still SEALs, and they're also sharing their unit tactics and operational procedures. That's the number one issue. Yes, so that I will agree is not good. That's not what Mr. Ballin was doing, to be specific. His stories were never really in detail. He did a very, very good job of keeping it vague. That was one of the reasons that I got so interested early on, was the way he's a good storyteller. He's a guy that I look up to as a storyteller. He knows how to engage. He knows how to give you the right information at the right time. A lot of people have called me a Mr. Ballin copycat, and I'm going to be honest, I take that as a goddamn compliment because he's a good storyteller. I think I've separated myself from his style by becoming more of a researcher and investigator, whereas he's more of a storyteller. But, that's what you got to do. I can't be Wendigoon. I can't be Mr. Ballin. I have to be Aiden Mattis. I have to be somebody else. So, I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm just trying to say, where my opinion of these guys is, how it nets out. I have the utmost respect for these guys. Mr. Ballin is somebody who I really do admire. And I would love to be in his position one day where he's, getting sent to football games to advertise for Amazon. That's cool as hell. And the guy put his life on the line for this country. He deserves something out of it. But let's see. Anything else going on in here? Okay. Kellen said, Aiden Mattis, look, a lot of us are the kids that other kids' parents say to not hang out with. We understand and are okay with that. I had some buddies who were, hang on a second. I'm getting a call from DoorDash. Hello. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, don't worry about it. You can, are you in the building? Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, so it's, DoorDasher got lost. I was I was insisting upon having a Wawa turkey bowl tonight. But yeah, so, with all that kind of said, I wanted to open this with this. I wanted to make sure, I want to defend the guy. I genuinely like Mr. Ballin. I think he's awesome. And let's see. So what I need to do now, of course, is decide what the hell else we're going to watch. Also, some of this stuff ended up in weird places. What the hell? Why are you from there? You're supposed to be over there, and you're supposed to be up there. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, here. Yeah, move stuff to where it's supposed to be. I didn't realize that stuff had gotten moved around. Yeah, let's put you up there, and we'll put you down there, and we'll just get rid of you. There we go. Problem solved. Everybody happy. So, would you guys prefer, I'm going to ask you tonight, because I didn't really plan for it, would you prefer to do, words aren't coming to me right now. Would you guys prefer to do ghost videos or unsolved mysteries, basically, is what I'm asking. Paranormal caught on tape or weird and nobody knows what happened. I was aiming for ghost videos because I spent all day researching MH370 and I'm gonna cry. But at the same time, I want to give you guys that kind of choice. So, let me know what you're thinking. What are my thoughts on the Saints? I'm so sorry. That is my thoughts on the New Orleans Saints this year. I am so unbelievably sorry that you have to put up with this. Especially after all those years with Drew Brees. So, all right. Team both. It does look like people are saying ghosts. All right, we'll start with ghosts. If we get bored of ghosts, we'll switch over to unsolved. How's that sound? Also, thank you for bringing me these. Oh my god.
I figured I'll just sit here to eat so I can steal the mac and cheese.
I was just gonna put some of the mac and cheese onto the lid.
That also works.
Mm-hmm.
Very smart of me.
I have my moments.
You do have
I do have my moments. All right. Here you go.
mac and cheese. Thank you.
All right. Din. Yeah, I sat down to research for the MH370 video that we're shooting tomorrow and putting up Friday at 11:30 a.m. I finished at 5:15. I have been working on this for a week. That is correct, ladies and gentlemen, a week. And I want to cry. I want to sob. I did. All right, so let's pull up some nukes. Let's go. Unless you guys have another channel that you think would be better than nukes, but he's historically been a solid go-to for us. This one says 2 weeks ago. This is 5 hours ago, so we know we haven't seen this one. Mac and cheese is so good.
Paranormal
I didn't even
enthusiast
see the
James
score,
White
no.
has a very spooky business. He professionally arranges and hosts seances in allegedly haunted and abandoned buildings.
Okay, off the bat, awful. Just the worst. Because he's doing one of two things here. This guy either knows he's lying and he's tricking people into thinking they're attending a seance, or he is knowingly putting a ton of people in danger for money.
In Toronto, Canada. James is hosting a seance at the historic Lambton House with a group of curious participants. The Lambton House is a former inn that was built in 1860, and it is said to be extremely haunted. Now, James White and his group are about to witness something absolutely terrifying.
I'm sure they are.
So Norman, someone in this room is trying to harm you? Okay. So Norman, someone
What are we looking at here?
Okay. So Norman, someone in this room is trying to harm you? Is it a person? If so, give me a sign. Is it a person? If so, give me a sign.
I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking at there.
Are they in this room? Is it a male?
Oh.
Hold him back. Keep his chair to the backward. Why did your chair to the back? I did not move it. Oh. Something just pulled. Yeah. Keep your hands together. Keep your hands together. We grabbed him as soon as he fell back. Do not break. Okay, really? It did break when he fell though, because he got that far back. Okay, so did somebody actually pull your chair? Yeah, like he tipped backwards. Somebody pulled your chair? Yes.
While in the middle of a seance, one
So immediately I'm skeptical because the direction he was pulled is off camera. And the camera was set up in pretty much the perfect way that he's like the only guy in the room that you could possibly see get pulled backwards and not see what was pulling him.
One participant is forcefully yanked backwards out of his chair by an unseen force.
Is it a male?
It also looks like it's completely dark in this room.
The door behind me was open, and I had my
Like, I gotta be honest, I can't stress enough how pissed off I am at the guy doing this. Because, first of all, seances are a bad idea in the first place. You don't actually know what you're communicating with, if you even are communicating with anything at all. So, off the bat, don't like that. Also, this is a considerable group of people. This is a large number of people, which vastly increases the danger. You've got more people's energy focused on something. You've got more people doing what amounts to not quite demon worship, but at the very least demon interaction. Just generally bad. Saints 19, Vikings 27. Was Josh Dobbs playing too? Oh god, you poor souls. Also, I feel like I'm going out of focus again because my stream cam suddenly can't maintain focus anymore. Like what is going on? I just need to set it to like a static number, I think. There we go. But anyway, yeah, I'm not happy with what I'm seeing in this video so far.
My partner sitting beside me, and we had the door, like the door was open behind us, and we thought we heard something back there, but nothing was there. So we turned, and I looked, and I saw nothing. So I turned my head back towards the group, like the circle, and we're all holding hands. And then all of a sudden, I just felt like this force just come and pull me back, and it was like aggressive. Like aggressive. It wasn't like calm, it was aggressive, like it was trying to kill me or something. I don't even know. My feet were like flat on the ground. I wasn't moving. I was holding hands with the people.
Did you and Iceberg Boy have a falling out? No. No. He's just busy. I'm wanting to do Weird Bible. I haven't, you know, he's a busy guy. I'm trying to get it scheduled.
Beside me, and it just pulled me, and it like felt like someone was coming up behind me, like standing up behind me as I'm sitting in the chair, and like taking my shoulders and like pulling me towards the mirror. It was crazy.
Fellow participants and eyewitnesses from the seance took to Instagram to share their stories about the incident. One seance witness had this to say about the strange event. I sat across from him when this happened, and it was fantastic to see. Another witness says, I was there. Another epic seance with @JamesWhite Seance.
Yeah, both of those sound like paid shill accounts. Let's see. Instagram. Here's mine. I'm going to pull it off screen just for the minute because I have, you know, private friends on Instagram. And we're going to search that _ Judy Mack. All right. Does look like it's a real account. It has a couple hundred followers, which is always a better sign than something that has like 10.
So did
But I still don't necessarily believe that, you know, those people weren't paid.
James White capture evidence of an unknown entity aggressively grabbing an innocent visitor at the Lambton house? I leave it up to you to decide.
Is it a male?
Wait. Plaz, what are you talking about? Plaz, what are you talking about? Also, why is my... There we go. My buttons weren't working.
Scream.
The buttons.
YouTube channel D's Dark Adventures says that an anonymous fan emailed her about a very creepy experience he had while driving home late one night. The dash cam video shows the man driving down an isolated country road in the middle of nowhere. Suddenly, he spots something that makes his blood run cold.
I've seen better porn acting. Wait, the spirit science dude got stabbed? What? Huh? Okay, wait, catch me up really quick. What? Spirit science guy stabbed? I don't even know what to look up. Yeah, please send it to me because, like, what? Hang on. Are you sending it privately or in one of the chats? Because what? Is this gonna be the one I think it is? Oh no.
Excuse me, you need help?
The driver suddenly spots a woman walking all by herself in the middle of the night. As he gets closer, he is horrified when he sees that the woman is covered in blood. Worried for her safety, he rolls down his window and asks her if she needs help.
Okay, so I do have to say, first of all, this is one of the easiest things you could possibly fake for a ghost video. Second of all, I knew people in high school who, if somebody had driven up to them on the side of the road and asked if they needed help, they would have just screamed. Also, if a random man you don't know drives up to you on the side of the road and asks you if you need help, your reaction may be to scream simply because you don't know that that person is actually trying to help you rather than kidnap you. There's a lot of possibilities blanket that we're looking at with this video already.
After which,
okay,
she
let me
lets
check
out
it.
a blood-curdling scream.
Okay.
At this point, the man notices
All right,
that
hang on. I'm pulling up what Plaz sent me just so I can take a look through. Okay. All right. Can you actually loot? Okay, so you should only really lose... You basically should die if you lose half your blood. So, okay. Along the journey to that great door, I saw visions of so many people. Okay. I'm reading through this. Okay. I'll admit I'm a little skeptical, but he seems like he's crazy, not a grifter. So I'm willing to believe that he actually was in fact stabbed. It is a weird thing to Google search, but I think he's definitely crazy, but I would also believe that he did in fact get stabbed. Like, that would not surprise me at all. Also, wouldn't necessarily need to be over anything he did. It could have just been, like, somebody trying to mug him. Okay, but what was the consent issue you were mentioning, though?
that the woman appears to have no eyes, only black sockets.
Okay, the video is like, this was filmed on, like, a camcorder from 1998. The Blair Witch Project has higher film quality than this.
Terrified by her reaction and appearance, the driver quickly just gets out of there. He says that he called the police, but they never found this mysterious woman. So just what do you think is going on here? And what would you do in this same situation?
Steve Dories, I don't necessarily think that Crazy and Cult Leader are necessarily mutually exclusive, you know?
The Woman in White. Nuke's Top 5 viewer and paranormal investigator Mark Reyes emailed me about a video that he captured with his family while on a ghost hunt at the Evangelical Spiritual Church in Cicero, Illinois. The church was once used as...
Alright, I got a question. Should we fake a ghost video and send it into the Nukes and see if it gets on? I'm curious. I bet it would.
a funeral home and is said to be extremely haunted. It's the middle of the night and Rick and...
You don't really know how to tell me without linking to a potentially problematic site. I can open it separately. Yeah, I can open it on another screen. Like, that's not a problem at all. Is it 4chan? Is that the site? I bet it's 4chan, isn't it? But yeah, I'm curious, because it would be cool, though. Like, what I'm thinking of doing is we could make the video. We could fake something. We could record the entire making of process. We could get it on Nukes, and then we could put up our video that would be, we sent a fake ghost video, and people thought it was real, and go through how we faked it. I think it would be pretty cool.
His family are investigating the church when suddenly their EMF meter detects something
So I'm going to run this over to
they
the
can't see.
counter.
What happens next is truly chilling.
I thought we were going to get down right now. There haven't been any downright chillings recently. That makes me big sad, you know? Sent it in Discord. Okay, I'll take a look.
That room over there is scary. Have you seen it? This one, come here.
Ah, okay. I see why you said that might get me in trouble. Yeah, here, let me, can I pull it up on the other screen? Here's what I can do. I can, copy text, bring it over here. Yeah, I think Kiwi Farms would probably get me in trouble. If I showed it. But for the record, I do not endorse the things that Kiwi Farms is currently a little in hot water for. But let me see. Oh my god, how many names does this dude have? Yeah, he looks the way I'd expect him to look. That is what I would have expected. Okay. While highlighting their cult's real-life contra- Oh, so we're straight up calling it a cult now. Wait, the YouTube channel still up? Yeah, it's still up. Okay. Much like if someone asked you to explain Goddess Chris Chan, peace be upon... Oh my god, what am I reading? Okay. 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 Uh-huh. I will admit I am agreeing with the manner in which this person is writing things. He's very sarcastic. I'm just trying to find the thing that that was brought up. But I can't. Oh, okay, that was the word. He what? Okay. He has an interview he did for the 10th anniversary. And it appears that he did some things that were not consensual and, in fact, seems to have admitted to it. He has his own blog called theriverofjordan.com, which does not appear to be active anymore. Okay. Oh boy, this is rough. Oh boy, this is I'm gonna need to read through this because this is a lot to digest right now. And I gotta see what's in there. Good lord, man. Good lord. No, I didn't know he was doing an actual sex cult thing. I don't pay attention to these crazy people. He's a nutcase. Like, I don't care what the guy, I care about that, but, like, I typically don't care about what Spirit Science is up to. Just like I don't care about what Mind Unveiled is currently up to. The guy's a moron. Like, it's not my business. But yeah, that's not great. He what? Why would he break into a surgical theater? Like, yeesh. Also, I'm looking at my screen, man, right now, and I need new glasses, and that sucks. That is a sucky thing to realize. I'm trying to get laser eye surgery. I just don't have the money right now, and you have to have a stable prescription for like 2 years, so.
This is a private office.
So you can't go in there.
No, I'm saying that it's open because we could.
Mommy, so you can't go in there. Mommy. So you can't
You guys any bigger? It's okay, be nice. You'll be invited to our sex cult. For the YouTube people, that was a joke. We're not going to start a sex cult. I promise. I can't promise we won't start any other sort of cult, but definitely not a sex cult.
Did you see it? A woman who seems to be wearing a white gown can be seen standing behind the family on the far side of the church. Ricky says that his daughter felt a presence as she looked back, but that none of them actually saw the mysterious woman at the time.
That's what drives me insane with these videos is like, yeah, none of us actually saw her, but that's entirely going on word of mouth. Like, that is actually just taking their word for it.
It wasn't until they returned home that they discovered what they had captured. So could this eerie figure possibly be the...
Your girlfriend said no cult? Lame. Amanda? Aww. That's lame. What if it's like really cool? Fine. I'm sorry, guys. We can't start a cult.
Spirit of one of the people who passed through the funeral home? Let me know what you think. We need scary videos, so if you see something that you think would be perfect for the top 5, send it to us at nukestop5@gmail.com.
Oh boy.
The burial.
We're definitely gonna fake one. Nobody tell him. Nobody tell him.
Mounds. Paranormal investigator Ian from the YouTube channel Midwest Ghost Hunter is
Oh,
back
God.
with another investigation. This time at the mysterious Native American burial mounds at the Crow Wing River in Minnesota.
Oh no! Come on, man. Okay, just to make sure that I'm not mixing people up, this is the guy who went to the Chris Watts house, right? I think this is the same guy. If I'm wrong, then I'm being mean to somebody for no reason, and I feel bad about it, but I think it's the same guy, yeah. But yeah, don't use Native American burial grounds. They've been through enough.
Many people claim to have experienced terrifying paranormal activity at the burial mounds. Some have heard the strange sound of phantom drums and disembodied voices, and some visitors even claim that they have seen glowing apparitions at the site. Curious about the claims, Ian decides to do an overnight investigation in the hopes of capturing paranormal evidence. Things quickly take a very creepy turn as Ian searches for one of the burial mounds.
Also, where did he say it was? The Crow Wing River? The hell is all that water from? Oh, the dishwasher. Okay, Minnesota. So Minnesota, you would have some Algonquin. And there have been some interesting burial mounds in Carolina Algonquin territory. I think it was Carolina Algonquin. I'd have to go. It's been a while since I read through the Smithsonian Ethnology report on this. But there were some interesting burial mounds that the Smithsonian dug up in the late 1800s. I think it's the 12th annual report to the Smithsonian Ethnology something. Annual report of, I think this is it. I think that's it. We'll see if it actually loads. Oh, there we go. It's loading up. Very slowly. It's a big document. Although it could be that my... Are we doing this again? Is Comcast doing this to me again? Oh, Comcast, you motherfuckers. They really tried to charge me more money for allegedly using my own modem when I'm using one of theirs. Like, really wild stuff. Okay, let's see. Oh boy. Yeah, as you can see, it's an 894 page document. So, let's see. Can I not? Can I really not move myself around? Oh, there we go. Okay, that's the report of the direct. Oh boy. Okay, all right. The mound builders, that might have been that. It's been such a long time since I read through this. Illustrations. Nokia. Oh boy. I know I have it somewhere written down where this actually is. Let's see, 12th annual report. I'll have to go find it another time, but they had basically, they uncovered these burial mounds that had especially large skeletons, like 6.5 to 7 foot tall men, buried, like 10, 15 feet underground, in these basic, like, pits underneath the mounds, and they were surrounded by these skeletons of normal-sized humans. And along with that, they were covered in white ash. So all of that's a little weird.
Man, walking through these woods, I feel like
Oh, I would absolutely ghost hunt for fun if money wasn't an issue.
anything could just pop out at me right now. Like, from anywhere. Bears, Bigfoot, ghosts, anything.
What did he just say?
I feel like anything could just pop out at me right now. Like, from anywhere. Bears.
Okay, all right. Where was it? It was Crow Wing River, Minnesota. Okay. Are there bears near the Crow Wing River? All right. There are, in fact, black bears. All right. I was going to say, if he's saying he's afraid of bears and there's not even bears there, I'm going to slam my head into a wall.
Bigfoot, ghosts, anything. Okay.
Well, bears were the one thing that I would say he actually should be worried about out there.
I don't know if I'm going crazy. I thought I heard something behind me.
Of course you did.
Hello?
It's financially beneficial for you to hear
Who's
something
over
behind
there?
you.
I don't know, maybe I'm just paranoid. I don't know. I thought I heard something, but I'm not sure. Ooh,
I like how it's like
holy
footsteps. Like they're his footsteps.
Ooh, holy shit. Okay. All right. Okay, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm not going crazy.
Yes, because I'm sure the ghost of some extremely talented Native American hunter was leaving footprints next to you. That's reasonable to expect.
I don't know if I should try this, but I'm gonna try walking backwards because I want to see what's coming up behind me.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't even like walking backwards because I don't know what's ahead of me. Is there somebody out here with me? Oh my God! Is there somebody out here with me? Oh my God! Holy shit! With me? Oh my God! Is there somebody out here with me?
I'm not gonna lie, that could have been an echo.
Oh my God! Holy shit! That scared me so bad.
Got a lot of trees in there. That could have been an echo.
That was a straight up voice from thin air. It was as if somebody was standing like right there.
It really was. What?
Thin air. It was as if somebody was standing like right there. Hello?
Ian hears footsteps following him. Then he hears a loud, indiscernible voice. He's now a little freaked out, but indiscernible.
All right, well, here we go. Nope, not subtitles. That's not what we want. Playback speed, 0.25. Here we go.
Voice.
It almost sounds like somebody saying "out with it." Let's try and up the playback speed a little bit. It sounds like somebody saying "out with it" or "out of here."
He's now a little discernible voice. He's now a little freaked out, but he continues his search until he finally finds one of the Native American burial mounds.
This, I don't think he's in a game land area. Also, it's a little late for hunting, I think. Not sure what you'd be hunting this late at night.
What happens next is truly disturbing.
All right, here's mound number 2. I'm actually not going to say anything this time. I'm actually just going to listen.
Could easily just be people talking somewhere. I mean, the guy's in a park late at night.
Oh my God, I'm hearing all kinds of things over here. It sounds like voices.
Also, is this all coming from a parabolic? He's not holding a parabolic, but it sounds like whatever he's holding is like a high power microphone. Because he's got it in his ears, so I'm guessing he's listening for something. It also sounds like the gain is way up on whatever it is. Aw, thank you, Kellen.
But they're so faint.
To me, it almost sounds like somebody saying, "Get out of here." Like, one of them sounded like "out of here," another sounded like "get out of here."
A female voice can be heard speaking almost as if someone at the burial mound is having a long, involved conversation. But it's something else that really spooks Ian as he explores the Crowing River's edge. Something truly terrifying.
Even though there's not much going on right now, it's a lot of fun just being out here. Out in the wilderness. Even though it's dark, I can barely see 10 feet ahead of me. Holy sh!
All right, well, I mean, that'll tell you.
Fun being out here. Pretty sure that was a goose back there, splashing in the water.
It was a
Of all
goose.
things, Ian's biggest scare so far comes from the sudden sound of a honking goose.
Holy sh!
Eventually, Ian finds another
Sounds about
burial
right.
mound. Now, Ian knows that he might not be able to communicate in English with the spirits of the Native Americans buried there. So, he decides to just listen. What happens next is truly bizarre.
Every single voice so far has sounded like English.
Bizarre.
Okay, I straight up heard nothing there. Oh, Goose was definitely real.
Okay, I just heard talking. That sounded like a male voice.
I'm hearing distinctly, "Get out of here." I'm hearing 4 syllables. I'm thinking it's "get out of here."
Could you speak again? Oh my! Could you speak again?
Oh my God, it's fake. It's 100% fake.
Could you speak again?
It's 100% fake. All right, let's see. Go frame by frame. Let's get it at its brightest point. Yeah, no. It is entirely the wrong size for where it is. That face looks to be behind this tree, and it's way too big. Here, let me try something. Let's see. Search images with Google. Let me tell you, this is handy and it is dandy. Doesn't always find something, but it's possible. It's trying. All right, it pulled some stuff up. Let's see what we got. There's a lot of TikToks coming up. There's a lot of TikToks coming up. What do we got? The hell is this? Definitely not where it came from. Also, I am pretty impressed. If that's actually a plate carrier, that's a lot of kit to be carrying to run that fast. All right. Nope.
It's not.
What is this for? Pretty Little Liars?
Do you really think we'd let Allie leave that hospital alone? We paged Allison so you'd know she was there. I guess you don't.
All right. Nope. So far, I'm not seeing anything specific, but it's just so dark, so it's really hard to tell. I don't know. It's striking me as though it has to be fake, you know? Like, it's just weird. It's just weird.
Oh my god! Dude, that was a face! I just seen a face! That was a glowing face! That was a glowing face!
I mean, it's just so stark. You sent me a video on Discord?
Oh my god, I cannot believe that! Dude, his face just appeared right there! Right there!
I'm
oh
not
my god, that was one of the craziest things I've ever seen! It's one thing to see a light, a mist, even a shadow, but a face? A face!
Was it on,
It looked like a man.
Was it on the Lore Lodge one? Wait, where would I find this thing? Lore Master Inquiries, maybe? Okay, no. Let's see. I'm not seeing it wherever it was sent. Which channel? General? Oh, okay, there it is. I'm taking a look at it. I gotta watch it only on my side first, just to be careful, you know.
What the fuck?
Somebody's coughing a lot.
Yeah, I'll open the door. I don't know if that's gonna do much though. What the fuck, baby? The lights are fucking flickering now, dude.
Oh, okay, yeah, that is certainly a cross changing position on a wall. I don't know how to pull that here. Okay. I'm in streamer mode, so this should be fine. You can't really see it. All right. Well, general idea of what happened in the video is that there's a cross that turns around. I'll say it looks good. I just don't know that I could necessarily believe it from looking at it. Is that something from you? Let's see. What channel would you put a video under? The best place you can, oh, wait, this is YouTube. You might not be able to send links through anymore. Put it in the Mattis Twitch channel. I probably should change that over to being Mattis, like, YouTube, but yeah, Mattis streaming, there we go. If you put it in there, that's probably the best place you can stick something that I'll be able to see it. I see somebody in here quoting me as saying, I'm feeling good, so I dropped my meds and therapy. Is that from Sunday? Oh, okay. Man's really raw dogging his mental health right now. Oh, boy.
Man, too. It looks like a Native American man.
Yeah, I would go son if I had plenty of money. That'll be a lot of fun.
Their low voice speaking from somewhere nearby. A pale face then quickly appears and disappears from right out of the darkness.
It was that face was so obviously added in post that it's not even funny.
Ian is shocked by what he has captured and deems his paranormal investigation a huge success. So did Ian capture the voices and face of lingering Native American spirits buried at the Crow Wing River? Let me know what you think. You can watch this entire investigation
it's so obviously
and many more
fake.
spooky adventures over on the YouTube channel. This entire
Actually, you know what? Let's go back again.
Ian hears.
That was where the crazy appeared right. Oh my.
Yeah, no, I just don't buy it.
Sanhaven Sanatorium Bureau Ricky and his sister Vicky set out to explore the old abandoned Sanhaven Sanatorium near Dunseith, North Dakota. The sanatorium was built in 1912 as a treatment center for patients suffering from tuberculosis. Many of these patients did not survive.
Yeah, so sanatorium probably sounds like a word that you would expect to mean that it's like about psychology. No, sanatorium as in sanitation. It was usually a place for people to recover from long-term illnesses. Could also be a place where long-term illnesses were treated.
They passed away inside the walls of the Sanhaven Sanatorium. In the 1960s, the hospital became a treatment center for the mentally impaired. However, it was eventually closed in 1987 after many reports of patient mistreatment and neglect. The Sanhaven Sanatorium is now known as a paranormal hotspot, and to this day, those with an interest in the supernatural travel to the hospital to explore, hoping to experience paranormal activity. So, Ricky and his sister are carefully exploring the creepy old decaying building.
Yeah,
they experience something downright creepy.
No, I bet it was a morgue. Oh, come on, let me have that.
Couldn't tell you.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, this building's getting pretty bad.
This is what parts of Pennhurst look like on the inside. Also, we may go and do a Pennhurst ghost hunt. I've been trying for 2 years now to get Pennhurst Asylum, the people who own it, to allow us to go in and promise us, like contractually on paper, that they won't actually like do anything, that they'll just let us in and anything that we find is real. But I can't seem to get in contact with them about it, so we'll see. It's not super expensive to do.
Is that you?
Hang on. Weird. That definitely looked like it was moving. Was that just a trick of the... No, that's in fact moving. Yeah. It does appear to move. Yeah, it definitely moves. Now the question is, does the pipe it appears to be attached to move? No, it does not. So whatever this right here is, it looks like it's attached to this pipe up here. Which would imply that whatever is causing the clinking is actually holding it. Interesting.
That wasn't you, was it? Was that you?
Weird.
That wasn't you, was it?
No.
Weird.
Sounds like someone's upstairs. There's someone upstairs.
That's my thinking.
There's someone upstairs.
I hope so.
Makes the most sense. Probably just somebody, like, jumping on the... I mean, what I'm thinking here is that just, like, the part of the pipe we couldn't see is where it started moving. And it might have just been somebody jumping up and down upstairs to freak out anybody underneath.
Hello?
If we get you the funds, would you do the Exorcist House ghost hunt investigation? Yeah, I'd go to the Exorcist House for sure. Would probably go through a pretty intense spiritual cleansing program first, but yeah, I would do that. We also are looking at possibly trying to crowdfund for the physical location we want to build. It would solve a lot of our problems if we had a physical Lore Lodge building. I would also probably live there, at least for a time, because that would make sense. But yeah, we're trying to figure that out. It did look like it was the electrical system, yeah.
Where are you at?
Now, it should be noted that this odd event can be explained away as simply water rattling around in the building's old rusty pipes.
But why would there still be water in the pipes?
In fact, if you look closely, this isn't even a water pipe at all. It's actually a piece of old metal electrical conduit that has been cut in half. Nevertheless, it moves and rattles as if shaken by some unknown force. Ricky and his sister are a bit freaked out.
It looks to me like it could have just been somebody jumping the floor, like on the floor above.
And worried that they might not be alone in the sanatorium.
We actually do want to do a Lore Lodge hotel. That's not even a joke. That is not remotely a joke. Like, that's what we want to do. We want to build the Lore Lodge and have it be a place that you can, in fact, go stay. You know? A lodge, so to speak.
However, even if there was someone else upstairs, it would...
You got nosebleeds? Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, where is the Exorcist house again? It's slipping my mind.
Be impossible for that person to even reach this metal conduit to make it move. So this creepy capture remains a mystery.
Is that you?
All right, you know what? I'm not hearing anybody jumping. That's the thing. It doesn't sound like somebody's jumping up and down, like, because you would hear the floor vibrating. Also, a building like that would be made of concrete. You know what? I'm willing to believe that one, because it didn't look like there was anybody in the right position to be, like, pulling on fishing wire, and also, it stops really abruptly. Was there anywhere a person could, like, hide? Yeah, and it doesn't look like there's anywhere a person could hide here. What the hell? That's so weird. I mean, the only thing I'll say is that this pipe looks kind of weird, but here.
This isn't even a water pipe.
Could just be the camera quality. Yeah, this one's weird.
Pipe at all. Less are a bit freaked out and worried that they might not be alone in the sanatoriums. And his sister are a bit freaked out and worried that they might not be alone in the sanatorium.
Yeah, that's what I was starting to think.
However, even if there was someone else upstairs, it would be impossible for that person to even...
Tafka, I don't really like asking for loans. Now, granted, if we planned the whole thing and scheduled it, he might be willing to front the money to make the trip happen. I can talk to him about it the next time I get a chance. But also, that might be the kind of thing that he just straight up says no to for religious reasons. But let's see. What am I? There was something I wanted to see. Yes, the lodge would have both a rifle. It would have both a firearms range and an archery range. And we would have bows, crossbows, tomahawks, obviously firearms, and a full-time firearms instructor on site to make sure that everybody's good to go. Or at the very least, like, we'd have scheduled range days for the guns. Archery is a little bit easier. It's not nearly as dangerous, so, you know, could do different things there. But yeah, so what was the, it's St. Louis? Yeah, so to be perfectly honest, there are things in St. Louis that I am more scared of than demons, so I would definitely go, though.
And reach this metal conduit to make it move, so this creepy capture remains a mystery.
The guns would be free to use. They would not be free to take.
Is that you?
Kellen, if we get to that point within the next year, I will absolutely let you know, because you would definitely be on our list.
The thing down the hall. A group of friends from Madrid, Spain are hanging out when they suddenly hear strange sounds coming from the bathroom down the hall.
We also do have a couple of friends who are in who work for Gunners of America. So we've talked to them in the past about possibly looking at some stuff, some partnerships if we ever do the lodge. We also were thinking about starting a gun safety channel. It's kind of iffy on how okay YouTube would be with that. What are they freaking out about? Also, what's with the redacted bars? Where were these guys again?
Bathroom ends from Madrid. The thing down the hall. A group of friends from Madrid.
Have you ever been invited to one of those range days run by Brandon Herrera and Donut Operator? No. I do not think I'm even on their radar. I am still way too small.
Spain are hanging out when they suddenly hear strange sounds coming from the bathroom down the hall.
I can tell you no on the grenade range. What do you say?
Hear strange sounds coming from the bathroom down the hall. Out the thing here down the hall. A group of friends from Madrid, Spain are hanging out when they suddenly hear strange sounds coming from the bathroom down the hall.
Okay, so this is just literally somebody's house. Okay. This feels like a bunch of guys making a video as a joke. Like, I have a very hard time believing that 3 grown men would be this scared of a bathroom.
Hola. ¿Hay alguien ahí? No. Hermano. Tira, vamos a ver, ok. Hermano, no. Tira. Asoma la cámara.
I would love to go on the Unsubscribe podcast. I am not the one who makes these decisions. If you guys want to see me on other shows, you just got to recommend me to people. That's how I ended up on Pop Culture Crisis. People recommended that I talk to those guys and recommended that they talk to me. yeah, that's when it comes to, and I'll say this not just for me, but any other creators that you like and you want to see them collaborate, like tell both sides. Because for me, as the smaller creator, as the guy who would be kind of benefiting the most from something like that, I never want to be the guy to ask. I never want to say, hey, will you have me on? Or, hey, I think I should come on for this reason. You know, it's basically every time I've collaborated with somebody, it's been because both sides have had that recommendation go through there. Hang on. Okay, does it move at all? Okay. Still hasn't moved at all. Oh my god, YouTube, stop buffering. Just go to the next frame. Yeah, it doesn't move at all.
The guy.
I like how they got so scared they switched to English. Again, we're trying with Weird Bible. Isaiah's just super busy. And I'm really not trying to like I'm not throwing him under the bus or anything. I get it. He's just busy. Like when he gets a he said recently that we could try and schedule something. I think I just got to get him on the phone. It's hard to make that work sometimes. But yeah, no, I'm trying to bring Weird Bible back. I'm trying to get more collaborations going. Yeah, that's all I can really say about it. There's a few irons in the fire with various people, so we're working on some stuff. Might try and get Roanoke Tales on again, Missing Enigma. I might try and get those guys on like a rotating schedule to do appearances. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Guys are hesitant to look inside the bathroom, but when they do, something horrifying can be seen staring back at them.
Well, like how do they find out about these guys to have them on at the range? That's what I don't know. He's like, I like those guys. I follow them on Twitter. It's just I can't be the one that reaches out, because then it's me asking for exposure, and I don't want to do that. I also would love to be able to go and like, help, like, give them a good episode, things like that. So who knows? Maybe we'll figure it out eventually. I'm really not I'm not in any hurry with those things. These are other guys who have their own shows, their own programs, and when they can, have people on, when I can, maybe get onto certain shows, I'm always grateful, but I never want to be the guy saying, hey, can you please have me on? Now that said, if you ever want to be a guest on our show, or if you want me to, more so if you want me to be a guest on your show, if you have a podcast or something coming up, please let me know. I will try and work it into my schedule. I had a lot of people who were bigger than me invite me onto their shows or come onto my show when I was small. And now, now we're in a position where I can give back. I can do the reverse. And I want to do that if possible. The best way to do it is to email thelorelodge@gmail.com. That way Aiden or Mikey will see it and they can let me know. But yeah.
User Ain Holval shares the video to TikTok with the caption, "What the?"
Could not tell you when I'll be on a political podcast next. I haven't been asked. With everything that's going on right now, honestly, I don't want to be involved, because I just don't want to get into the whole Israel-Palestine thing. My opinion on it is so far outside the norm that I don't know that I can say anything relevant, because I view it as a 1400-year-old religious conflict. Both the Muslims and the Jews believe that they have the right to that land through their creator. Christians don't really have that, because to us, Israel is the church, the community. But both the Muslims and the Jews have scripture that suggests that they are the true descendants of Abraham, and therefore the rightful owners of Canaan, of Israel. So with the Jews, it's through the line of Isaac. With the Muslims, it's through the line of Ishmael. they both believe it's their land. Like, I don't know what else there is to say. I think a lot of people look at it as a modern geopolitical conflict because they don't know the depth of the religious conviction that's associated with this. And so, in order for me to get into that, it turns into a show about religion more so than politics. In case any of you guys are wondering what my opinion on the subject is, I think it's horrible. The suffering that a lot of innocent people are going through. I think it has been horrible that Israelis have had to live their lives under the constant threat of rocket attacks. I think it is horrible that Palestinians right now have to live their lives under the constant threat of bombs. I wish there could be peace, but I think that, as usual, Europe and America decided that we could make a country, or realistically make two countries, in a place where two countries can't coexist. I think that's the hubris of Western man, but I'm not going to wade into the conflict and tell people, it's one side's right. I think at this point, both the government of Gaza, which is Hamas, and the government of Israel, which the IDF is part of, have committed war crimes. That's all I can really say. So I'm not going to get any further into it than that. It's just to say, it's, as a Christian living in America, it's not really my place,
Hell was in my bathroom. Now, it's certainly very creepy, but is it real? Or is it all just an elaborate TikTok hoax?
I would definitely do a video with Brett Cooper. That would be fun. I think she is a fun kind of commentator. I don't agree with her on everything, but I think she is fun.
Side.
This is just obviously fake. This video is just obviously fake.
New homeowner and Reddit user Genuine Intrigue has been finding evidence that some kind of animal has been walking around his backyard late at night. Curious to see what kind of animal it might be.
Elaborate on what?
He decides to look through the footage recorded by his motion detecting security camera. But what he finds sends a chill down his spine.
All right. Okay. Weird. Definitely weird.
During a
actually not as hard to fake as you might think, though.
Soft rain, a translucent figure seems to slowly walk through the backyard. Reddit user Genuine Intrigue has no explanation for this bizarre capture. But
so, if it's not fake, obviously there's considerably more questions to be asked here. The way motion sensor cameras work is I believe they pick up, like light, I think, but I don't know for sure. Let's see how they work. Motion sensing cameras work. Infrared radiation. Okay, so it would be so they work by detecting infrared radiation, which means that it must have sensed something there, like a heat signature. Thing is, possible to fake. Actually, not that hard to fake, because you just go and you mask it out, and you make it a little blurry. But I'm not going to call fake necessarily, just saying that it is easy-ish to fake.
But what do you think this is? Holton Avenue. Popular urban explorer Chris Hill from the YouTube channel.
Oh, you said elaborate, not elaborate. Gotcha. Yeah, it is joke. It is a joke. It's not elaborate at all.
Hill sets out to explore Holton Avenue, an entirely abandoned street in Cleveland, Ohio. Now, it's unknown why the street was left abandoned, other than it sits in an incredibly dangerous neighborhood. Multiple bodies have been found on this street, and each of the deceased met their end under mysterious and horrifying circumstances. East neighborhood left abandoned. Cerbex Hill sets out to explore Holton Avenue, an entire
Is this the place? Is it Holton or Holten? Here.
Barely abandoned street in Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland, Ohio. Holton. Okay, so it is Holton. What are we looking at here? Oh, that is in Cleveland. All right, let's take a look at the SATI. Man, it looks like there's barely even a road. Holton. So Holton goes from there to there and over to here. Okay. I mean, I'll say it doesn't look totally abandoned from the air. Let's take a look at the ground. Okay. What are we looking at here? So far, I mean, the road's pretty derelict. Okay, well, those are clearly houses with cars in them. Of course, we're looking at Holton itself, which I will say certainly does appear to be decently abandoned. That says... Huh? Save yourself. All right. Interesting. This is certainly drawing my attention. This one does look like it's probably occupied currently. Although that looks like that air conditioner isn't plugged into anything. But the lawn on this one looks manicured, whereas the lawn on this one absolutely doesn't. That's a dish. It looks like it's probably hooked up to the power. That house appears to not be abandoned. Is there a car? And there's cars in the driveway. Okay, so that's a not abandoned house. That's clearly an abandoned house. I mean, let's take a look at it again, but that looks very much abandoned to me. That one's got cars in it. Okay, yeah, all right. He's not exaggerating. This is certainly a fairly rough-looking house, looking street. Okay. Where we see? Damn. This is weird to look at. Like this feels uncomfy. I'm uncomfortable right now. Like this is not... I feel like roads should not look like this. Like residential roads should not look like this. This is kind of like what Centralia looks like today. Whoa. Whoa. Wait, hang on. Why does this one look... Oh, wow. Weird. Weird. It defaulted to October 2007 on that one spot. That was really strange. What is this? Omens? Private club, members only. What is... What is going on here? And why does it keep switching back to the 2007 ones? Also, damn, Google Maps Street View was useless in 07. Now that's interesting. That's very interesting. whatever happened to this road, it looks like it happened like fairly recently. Like this is all 2007. This is this spot in 2007. This is 2022. Super weird. So it looks like this house actually got somewhat fixed up. Very strange. All right.
Now, it's unknown why the street was left abandoned, other than it sits in an incredibly dangerous neighborhood. Multiple bodies have been found on this street, and each of the deceased met their end under mysterious and horrifying circumstances.
I mean, it just sounds like it's in a pretty dangerous, violent area.
So, dragging around his balls of steel, Chris Hill makes it his mission to record and document the abandoned buildings on Holton Avenue before they are demolished. In the middle of the night, Chris begins his
Yeah, could have been the 2008 crisis. This is weird. It's just weird to look. It's more sad than anything.
Exploration at the abandoned First Hungarian Baptist Church. He soon realizes that he might.
All right, let's see. First, oh my God. Google Maps sometimes, man. First Hungarian Baptist Church. That's Canada. Holton. Why did it take me to Canada? First Hungarian Lutheran Church, maybe? I mean, it's on a completely different road. But we'll be able to tell if it's the one he's talking about. Okay, that's that one.
Abandoned First Hungarian.
Okay, it might not be on Google Maps anymore because it's abandoned, I guess. But it's clearly... that's not it. Alright, so let's go back to Holton. I just want to see the state of the area, you know? What is Omen's Clubhouse? I'm guessing it looks like it's got to be a gentleman's club. Oh, it's a bike club, biker bar. Alright, let's see. That looks like it might be a church. Boom, got it. Yeah, just weird. Also, if it's a Hungarian Baptist church, that means that this was at some point probably a Hungarian neighborhood. And looking at these houses, I'm going to say this is probably late 19th century building. Ah, just creepy as all hell. We go back in time. All right, so whatever this place was, it was abandoned relatively recently. Because 2019, it looks like it's inhabited. 2022, definitely not. In fact, they both look like they're in better shape. And it switches us to 2016. Okay. Yeah, this looks like it's inhabited. All right, let's see. What's this guy? And okay, I just want to zoom in on the guy and see what he looks like. All right. 2009. So in 2009, area was decent. Looks like, yeah, when was the church abandoned? That's probably a good question for us to ask. Okay, so I'm not sure why he called it First Hungarian Baptist. It says Elizabeth Baptist. Pine Grove Missionary Baptist. Pine Grove Missionary Baptist. Pine Grove Missionary Baptist. All right, at no point does it appear that this church was called, like, First Hungarian Baptist. What do we got in here? Yeah, Pine Grove, Pastor John Williams. So, in 2007, I mean, this is bustling. That's a lot of cars. It's still a little bit, a little bit run down, but... Okay, so it looks like in 2007, there was another building here. It tore down, turned that into a parking lot. All right, interesting.
Hungarian Baptist Church. He soon realizes that he might have made a huge mistake.
It's not committing a breaking and entering if the place is completely abandoned. It looks like the church was abandoned by the time he was getting in there.
I could have swore I heard something.
Here's what bugs me. The first of those two sounds like it's from the video. The second one...
Heard something.
The second one sounds like Nuke's added it. He's got to stop doing that. Ah.
I think that's an animal.
Also, this stream is absolutely getting me a copyright thing again, because there's music in the background of things. Alright, so that's the church's kitchen. I just wonder what could cause a church to be abandoned with, like... Here's what strikes me as odd here. Now, on the one hand, it's possible that this stuff that's sitting around was left there by squatters. Entirely a possibility. The coffee filters strike me as odd. But, yeah, this is weird. Because it doesn't look like this place was... Like, this place was definitely ransacked. I don't think it was left like this. But it is weird how much stuff was left behind, you know? I wonder what caused the church to close. Although, I guess, what was it called? It was Pine Grove Baptist, right? Pine Grove Missionary Baptist Church. Pine Grove Missionary Baptist Church. Cleveland, Ohio. All right, so if this is the same one, let's see. 1047 East 79th. See if it's the same pastor. Whoa. That looks like a church, all right. That's Jesus Apostolic Church. It's the wrong address, though. Yeah, I want to... Can you just put it where I put it? All right, so definitely no church there. 1047, it says. That's 1036. 1049. Yeah, so that's got to be it. Oh, there we go. Pine Grove. It's over here. Yeah, so it looks like it was the same church and it moved. Which I'm guessing had to do with the area. Oh, I miss Skyrim. I haven't played Skyrim in such a long time, guys. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be looking for here.
That's weird.
So in this case, I'm really thinking squatters. I don't think anything paranormal's going on here.
What's upstairs?
Let's see.
What's up? That's weird.
Yeah, I'm thinking somebody else is in the church with him.
As Chris is exploring the basement, he hears strange noises, but can't identify the source. Then a door above him on the ground floor just slams shut. Chris quickly makes his way upstairs to investigate, and what happens next is downright creepy.
That's what I'm guessing is they probably did merge congregations. But that wasn't exactly close. I mean, here. Whoa. Okay, yeah, no. Let's go 3D again, please. Okay, 2D. That's what we wanted. So what? Oh my god. What is with my internet today? Like, it's not the internet, it's just Google. Weird. Okay, well, all right, here we go. So it was around here. Where was Holton? Yeah, Holton's way, way south. I think. Here, let's what was it? 1079. East 79th. Okay, so if we follow this down a ways, we'll eventually get to Holton. Yeah, this is weird. Why is Google causing me so much trouble right now? I mean, yeah, Holton's down there. Like, here. I'll show you guys how far it is. That's almost 3 miles. And on a completely different side of town. Yeah, the black and white camera is not particularly high quality. All right. Weird. Look up, look around, you'll be dead. Come to town?
There's somebody outside.
Could have just been dust.
Chris finds nothing and no one to explain why the door slammed shut.
Well,
when reviewing
so
his
here's
footage
the
at
thing.
home, he realizes that he captured more than he thought. A 4K static camera that he placed inside
Okay, that is not 4K. That is simply not a 4K camera.
the church's chapel reveals that something seems to move towards the door just before it slams shut. Another static camera shows something pale and translucent moving around the pews while Chris is in the room. But that's not all that Chris captured that night.
I want to take another look at that room he was in. Okay. So the ceiling here, as you can see, appears to be drop ceiling. Definitely not the kind of thing that would support a person's weight. But there is space. Yeah, I'm not seeing where somebody could have gone. It doesn't look like there's anything over there. Like any hole in the wall. No false doors.
But when reviewing a static camera just before that, moving around the pew, all that Chris can check out one night. Because after a thorough walkthrough of the church, Chris decides to check out one of the abandoned houses on Holton Avenue. It did not go well.
This is just so insanely dangerous to do alone. Like, I don't understand why people go urban exploring alone. Like, it's one thing if it's an abandoned building in a well-traveled part of town or way outside of town where there's nobody likely to be living. But in a suburban area like this where it's already in a dangerous neighborhood, you're so likely to find squatters, you know, drug dens. There's any number of things you could find in here. Like, please don't do this. And if you do go do it, take people with you and carry a firearm. And also a knife.
This cannot be safe.
I like how he says this cannot be safe. He's like, yeah, like, definitely. Okay, I will say, Urbex Hill is not exactly, you know, he's nothing to sneeze at. He's got a decent number of subscribers. He also appears to be swole as hell. Good lord, man. You know what? I mean, if I were the squatter, I'd be scared of him.
Hope I don't find a body down here.
Ugh.
It actually looks like it's just underneath the house. It's not really a basement.
Yeah, that...
Still creepy.
I'm not gonna lie, that did sound like he might have just stepped on something and freaked himself out.
It's not really a basement. Still creepy. Still creepy.
Can't tell for sure. But looking at the place, this looks like it's got... Like, it's not completely uninhabited, you know?
Sorry.
He knows exactly what happened. He knows exactly what happened. That was funny. He immediately knew what happened there. Also, I'm sorry. Am I peaking? Am I peaking on the audio side for you guys? But oh my god, this is why I just said don't do that. Like, I literally, the reason I say don't do these things is so that does not happen to you.
I didn't know nobody lived there.
While checking out the house's basement, Chris hears movement on the floor above him. Freaked out by the sound, he quickly starts making his way out of there. But there's someone inside with him, peeking out from behind a curtain. But there's someone inside with him, peeking out.
Yeah, that's literally just a dude. Like, that is straight up just a guy.
Behind a curtain, the man seems to be living in the abandoned home.
Oh, hang on a moment.
Out from behind a curtain, the man seems to be living in the...
Oh, y'all see that? That is a baseball bat. That is a baseball bat. My man, you... My man, you are in danger, my guy.
The abandoned home. Chris knows the horrifying stories of the people who met a tragic end on Holton Avenue, so he quickly just gets out of the house.
He did apologize.
And with that, Chris has had about enough. He decides to just head.
Yeah, it's a really cool concept. I wish it was safer because it would be a lot of fun, but no, that's, yeah, bad move.
Home. Now,
I would not be surprised if that's how several of the people who died there died.
For obvious reasons, I advise everyone watching this to just stay away from Holton Avenue. But if you want to see more of Chris's explorations, you can find them all on his YouTube channel, Urbex Hill.
Also, this
Free Fall. TikTok user
this will probably be the only video we actually go through tonight.
Hanging out with a friend on the boardwalk in Santa Cruz, California, a little after closing time. Something happens that freaks them both out.
Okay, but the boardwalk closed like half an hour.
I did do something, well, I shouldn't say I did something nice and fun for my birthday. Amanda set up just like the best little party. She rented out a local a rooftop at a bar, and you know, basically coordinated. She made cupcakes. She made sure that a whole bunch of my friends and my family got there. Got to celebrate with basically the entire Phoenixville community. So she's awesome. I did not know you were there.
It's okay.
I mean, she's the worst, and I hate her.
Yeah, okay. I heard you say my name, so I came out and pretended to look through the mail so I could hear what you were saying about me.
I love you.
Me too.
Or go.
This is scary.
Okay, I'm really bad at this. No one's on there. Is there? Okay, I totally saw someone in the camera. Is there? Okay, I totally saw someone in the camera.
I mean,
someone appears to be seated on the Santa Cruz board.
It's probably just like someone vibing. It does look like somebody in a dark robe, which is a little creepy.
Walk free fall ride, even though the ride is supposed to be closed. But then, whoever or whatever it is seems to disappear into thin air. Jalen explains that both she and her friend saw someone sitting on the ride and have no idea how to explain what happened. Now the Santa Cruz board and have no idea how. Jalen explains that both she and her friend saw someone.
I mean, could it just be a weird? It could just be a weird shadow.
I have no idea how to explain what happened. Now, the Santa Cruz Boardwalk opened in 1907 and has seen at least 3 confirmed fatal accidents over the last 116 years. One rumor even states that a park visitor tragically broke their neck on this very ride. So could it be that Jalen captured the spirit of someone who never made it out of the park?
I mean,
you decide.
The way everything slowly kind of like in slow motion, it does look a lot more like a shadow fading, maybe? Weird.
Followed home.
Weird.
TikTok user Francisco Javier claims that
I mean, it could that could just be a trick of the light, but it did look like a person in a robe.
Strange things have been happening at his home in Spain after exploring an abandoned farm he came across one day in the middle of nowhere.
It did look like it was probably a shadow for me.
It's a place of intense paranormal activity.
Reflection from a sign above the camera. Oh.
Que no sé, tío. Está por aquí.
What was this one?
Que no sé.
Paranormal activity. Is that the farm is a place of intense paranormal activity.
Vale. Que no sé, tío. Está por aquí.
Looks more like a villa than a farm.
Escúchenlo. ¿Qué va? Coña. Ahora sí. Ahora sí me lo hizo detrás de mí. Ahora sí me lo hizo detrás de mí.
I mean, off the bat, I will say it's very obvious that people come here to do graffiti and stuff. So, you know. But yeah, I mean, this looks like the kind of place where there's a good chance that if anybody, that there could just be somebody else there messing with him, you know?
Ahora sí me lo hizo detrás de mí. Ahora sí me lo hizo detrás de mí.
Francisco is recording at the farm when a door slams shut right behind him. After his days exploring the farm, he believes that something might have followed him home.
Empiezo a grabar porque estoy cogiendo sonidos desde el baño muy raro y estoy solo en casa. Dentro del baño. ¿Qué cojones? No puede ser. ¿Qué coño?
Francisco believes that
¿Qué coño?
Francisco believes that he might
¿Qué coño?
Francisco believes that he might be dealing with multiple entities as he begins to hear taunting voices. Francisco believes that he might be dealing with multiple entities as he begins to hear taunting
Something definitely tugs on it.
voices, laughing, and even the sound of intense crying in the night.
Soy un niño.
Until I see proof to the contrary, I'm saying Bluetooth speaker.
The chilling sound.
In fact, what is that? It looks like there's even something actually on that table.
The chilling sound of a baby crying sends Francisco off to search his entire apartment, but he finds nothing to explain the sound. Another night and things escalate to another level when Francisco's Amazon Alexa begins to behave very strangely and absolutely terrifying.
Alexa me da un susto de muerte.
Escucha. Fer, se acaba de conectar.
Used to... Yeah, you can stream music and other audio to the Echo device as if it were a standard portable Bluetooth speaker.
¡Qué susto!
Francisco says that
Se acaba de conectar.
Can Alexa run on batteries? Okay, it does need to be plugged into something. Can be a charging cable or a battery case. Some of them do have built-in batteries, such as the Amazon Tap or the Echo Flex, which appears to be... Okay, that's the Echo Dot. That's the Echo Pop. Echo Flex plug-in smart speaker. Okay. So that's an Amazon Alexa Flex. It says currently unavailable, but the reason I bring that up, that's clearly something else, the one on screen right now. But the reason I bring this up is this part. Is that... No, I don't think it is. Okay. I was like, that looks like it could be an Amazon.
To sound. Another night, and things escalate to another level when Francisco's Amazon Alexa begins to behave.
Alexa me da un susto de muerte.
Fine.
Alexa me da un susto de muerte.
I think... I'm not sure... I'll have to look closely at the part where it says that it's disconnected. But the way he said that sounded like he was triggering a pre-programmed Alexa phrase, which is something you can, in fact, do.
Absolutely terrifying.
And listen to the way he says it.
Fine.
Alexa me da un susto de muerte.
You know how when you're talking to your Siri or something, you know, Siri, blah, 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 blah. That's the cadence he has. It sounds to me like he's triggering a phrase. He says it's disconnected, but it doesn't appear to be disconnected. There's all I can see is the cable going back there, you know?
Qué susto.
Francisco says that his Alexa is disconnected.
Says.
Yet it calls out in Spanish, "Go to the window. I want to see you."
Pre-programmed. Yeah.
Qué susto.
And that's not the...
Also, I'm curious if he said scares me to death or scare me to death. I don't speak Spanish, so...
only time that this happens.
Oh, so he just happens to be recording already? I'm also curious what's with the redaction bars, but...
A female voice coming from the Alexa laughs out loud, but then stops as soon as Francisco comes around the corner. Then an entirely different, lower and creepier voice calls out, "Hola." Francisco has had enough, but he has no idea how to stop the terrifying activity. He tries to continue living his life as if nothing has happened. But then one night when he's hanging out just watching TV, this happens.
Escuche, acabo de empezar a escuchar a tocar desde esa puerta. Están tocando desde ahí.
Oh my god, they even have Spanish weebs.
¿O es cosa mía? Míralo, míralo. Hola?
I'm sorry for pausing so much, but I need to break it up because if I don't, some moron, actually not even some moron, some automated program is going to tell YouTube that I'm abusing like copyrights and they deserve some of my money. So no. YouTube, this is entirely DMCA protected. I'm providing commentary and this is not in any way, shape, or form a replacement for listening to the audio track. In fact, any copyright claim is, in fact, illegal. So, remember that, YouTube. that you're screwing over your creators so that other people can make illegal copyright claims. And nobody makes... You also don't make money from this. Maybe fix it. Like, I'll say this much. Twitch called me today. I have never heard from YouTube. Actually, that's not true. Every time I tweet at Team YouTube, you know what happens? Their stupid bot looks for a keyword and tries to answer the question, and then I have to respond 8 times before a person finally says something. Pausing it again for the same reason. Okay, still nothing. Can I, like, there we go. We don't need his waffling around. Nukes is gonna tell us what happened. You know? I just don't want to deal with the copyright BS anymore, you know?
Coming from his hallway door. When he stands up to check it out, he spots what appears to be a small child.
I also wonder if these tracks are part of YouTube Music, because I don't know how Nukes could possibly not be, like, getting just absolutely railed by copyright claims.
Looking in through the window. Shocked by what he's seeing, he quickly opens the door only to find...
what?
Shocked by what he's seeing, he quickly opens the door only to find no one there. Whoever or whatever this is has disappeared.
It doesn't look like anything.
So did something follow Francisco home from the abandoned farm that he explored?
Also, just really quick.
Or whatever this is has disappeared.
There's a door right there.
So did something follow?
Let's watch one more time.
To find no one there.
That could have easily been a cut, too.
Whoever or what...
Listen, I think what he did here is probably pretty clever. I think it's a cool concept, you know, using your Alexa to fake horror sounds and all that. But at the same time, when you know how this stuff works, it doesn't really strike you.
Whoever this is has disappeared. So did something follow Francisco home from the abandoned farm that he explored? Could it even be multiple spirits? And if you were in his shoes... just what would you do? Thanks for watching.
All right, guys. Well, we are now 11 minutes past when stream was supposed to end, so I'm gonna get ready to wind things down here. You know, thank you guys so much for hanging out and for watching. I enjoy doing these streams. On Thursday, I'm thinking I'll try and play through the Call of Duty campaign if that's something you guys would want to watch. Alternatively, I could do that in my own free time and just play the campaign, and I could start doing Far Cry. You guys seemed interested in watching Far Cry from the very beginning, so I'd be happy to do that. Probably won't, you know, go off and do too many side quests and whatnot, but that would be like our Thursday night single player game kind of stream. And then the Friday night stream will be the multiplayer where I'm hanging out with the guys, having a few drinks and all that. Hope you guys come stop by. Those are fun. You know, they're a lot more, obviously it's gaming. It's not quite the same thing. It's not me interacting with you guys quite as much, but I hope you guys enjoy it. It's really the only time I get to play video games anymore. So, yeah. And, I've been thinking about setting up a, like private Warzone lobby or something and doing a tournament, something like that, maybe doing a giveaway even. So I'll let you guys know kind of which direction that goes. But let me just quickly check chat here. Yes, we do have a PO box. It is Phoenixville, Pennsylvania, PO box 937, Phoenixville, Pennsylvania 19460. So yeah. So right now these streams are once a week. If we get to a point where Lore Lodge does not require me to work every single day, then maybe they'll be more often. But for now, once a week. So thank you guys for hanging out. I hope at the very least you'll come on the Tuesday nights, which are these reaction streams, these commentary streams. We do everything from Unsolved to Paranormal to analog horror. It really depends on, you know, how we're all feeling that night. And yeah, Thank you guys so much for hanging out, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.